Alright, folks, I got a few things I want to get off my chest here. Quick little video, or maybe not, you know how I like to ramble. Uh, let's see. First off, um, there is a article on ESPN.com right now that I will post below. Click it if you want to. I can't force you guys to do anything. Click it, read it all the way through. If you're gonna click the fucking thing, read it all the way through, just like you need to be watching my damn videos all the way through. If you subscribe to me, I don't care whether you hate me or like me or whatever. Watch my videos all the way through. If I tell you to read something, read it all the way through. Anyway, the article on ESPN.com right now is about Mike Brown. Now, I get tired of talking about Mike Brown. I get tired of hearing about Mike Brown. I get tired of putting up with Mike Brown. You know, pretty much my entire life. 20 years, I think sometime last week. 20 years ago is when good old coach Paul Brown died, CEO, president, owner, whatever he was all the way through, the Bengals up until his death. And old Mikey boy has been taken over. I've seen, a lot of articles out there about Mike Brown over the years. He's gotten a lot more attention in the last, I'd say, 3 or 4 years from national media. Maybe the other 31 fan bases don't pick up on it or don't care, but I'd appreciate it if some of you guys read this article since you don't listen to what I gotta say, because it pretty much hits the nail on the head. Um, I don't know if I've said before, but something else I want to throw out there. I saw 216 talking about he said some shit like, Cincinnati and Bengals fans should get on their knees or should suck Browns fans' dicks or some stupid shit like that. That we even exist because of Art Modell firing Paul Brown. 216, my bitch, I got something coming for you later. I don't want to talk about that. But I do want to throw out there that Ravens fans should wake up every morning and look in the mirror and thank the man upstairs that they aren't decked out in orange and black right now. Because it's well known that if Cincinnati residents, Bengals fans, whatever, taxpayers, voters, did not approve to build Paul Brown Stadium, really they threw Great American Ballpark in the deal too. But if they didn't agree to build Paul Brown Stadium, Mike was going to move the team. Yep, he threatened to move the team. You know what city he threatened to move the team to? I think I've said this before at least a couple times. Baltimore. You wouldn't be the Ravens. You'd be the Baltimore Bengals or the Bungles. You wouldn't have that Super Bowl. You'd have what we've had the last 14, 15 years, however long it's been that your franchise has been around. Just because Mike Brown moved the team doesn't mean that you guys would be any good. So you wouldn't have Ozzie Newsome up in your front office and all that shit. You would have Mike Brown and his 1 to 2 scouts and his fucking position coaches that have been around, most of them since the 90s, sometime in the 90s. Might not have Marvin Lewis because, of course, he wouldn't have been coaching that Ravens D in the 2000 Super Bowl. So yeah, you wouldn't have that. You might have some of the players. I don't know. There's there's so many different ways you can look at shit like that because I mean Marvin brought in the players that we have now and but anyway, Baltimore, just be glad you're not the Bengals. I just want to throw that out there. I've honestly already talked more than I wanted to. I just want to throw that out there. Read the article. Last time I'm gonna say it. Anyway, Brett Favre. last couple weeks or a week ago or 2 weeks ago or whatever, they had the whole rumor of Brett Favre maybe going to Miami. Didn't happen. He said that he didn't have any interest. Well, supposedly today I was at work. I didn't get to hear it on the radio, 700 WLW in Cincinnati. They were reporting some shit about Brett Favre was either in town today and people were spotting him out in public. And then I heard that he was actually here over the weekend, and supposedly over the weekend he was negotiating a contract with the Bengals. There's many different ways to look at that, and then we get to it in a second. And I want to believe more that he was here over the weekend because they said that he was at some restaurant with Dusty Baker of the Reds and I think some players or some shit. And of course, if he was here today, the Reds have been in Washington since I think yesterday. So yeah, he couldn't have been here today. Anyway, regardless, if Brett Favre came here, I'm honestly not a big Brett Favre fan. Of course, I'm a Bengals fan. um, I don't hate the guy. I've liked, in the past watching some of his games. I remember the game, I think after his dad died, where he played Monday Night Football and lit whatever team up. I think I was in middle school. Anyway, been sick and tired, and it's been longer than the last 2 or 3 years. It's been like, 5, 6, the last 7 years that he's been doing his retirement shit. The media just didn't pay that much attention to it. I remember though. But anyway, if he came here, I wouldn't want him to start. If he did, fine, I guess. It's probably not going to happen. I don't even know I'm wasting my time talking about it. But if he came here, he started his career with, I think, John Gruden, that I looked up, in Green Bay, running the West Coast. And, of course, John's brother, Jay, is our offensive coordinator now, implementing the West Coast. Which, it started in Cincinnati. It didn't start in San Francisco. Some of you dumbasses that don't know that Bill Walsh was actually an assistant with Cincinnati and was running it here in the 70s before he took it to San Francisco. So, yeah, Cincinnati started the West Coast and the no-huddle. But I don't want to talk about the no-huddle. But anyway, yeah, you got that. And then I also heard, or it came out, that during the lockout, Favre was tutoring Colt McCoy. That's fine, because, Holmgren is in Cleveland now. And then I heard, I didn't even know this, that Cleveland is also going to be running the West Coast offense. So both Ohio teams, 2 AFC North teams, are going to be running the West Coast. I don't know which team. I don't know if Cleveland got a new offensive coordinator or they decided to go with it. I don't know who announced first, because, Jay Gruden automatically, when we signed him, we're going to be on the West Coast. I don't know who had it first, but I think that's fucking stupid that both the Browns and the Bengals are going to be doing the West Coast. Anyway, if Favre came in, like I said, I wouldn't want him to start if he did fine. I'd like to see him tutor Dalton into it, and it'd be better from the sidelines, tutoring him, or however they do it. That's the only way I would like it if he was here. I mean, if he had to play, fine, but I'd like to see him tutor Dalton, and I think tutoring Dalton during games would be better than whatever he did with McCoy. So, yeah, let's see what the Browns fans say now. I forget if there's anything else I wanted to say about Favre. I was talking about Mike Brown again. Threw Favre out there. If you come, fine. If you don't, fine. I heard that today. I wanted to share it with YouTube, whether you guys heard it or not. And like I said, coming up, when I get it together, 216, you're definitely going to be my bitch, because unlike you, I'm doing my research on your shithole of the city. Trying to call out Cincinnati. You fucking kidding me? But we'll get to that shit later. And you're in for some shit. I don't know if you were trying to impress the Ravens fans or the Steelers fans, or Anybody that's never been to Cincinnati, and I'll be the first to admit, I haven't been all over the country. Cincinnati's not the greatest place in the world. I love it. It's my home. I swear to God, love this city with all my heart. I never want to live anywhere else. I couldn't see myself leaving. If I do, fine. Um, but yeah, Cleveland is a fucking shithole. But that's about it. I probably just talked for 10 or 15 minutes and didn't mean to. I know I like to ramble. But anyway, yeah, maybe somebody got some joy out of this video. Maybe I'll get some thumbs down. That's cool. Thumbs ups are cool. More subs are cool. Views are cool. Um, I wanted to throw that out there. Give me some feedback, thoughts on something. I think I said already that I was going to say it for the last time. Read the fucking article. Research this motherfucker that I've been putting up with for my entire life. The reason that this team sucks is not because they suck like some other franchises. It's because of their fucking owner. And I know it's not an excuse, but it's the god honest fucking truth of why the Bengals are one of the worst franchises, if not the worst, in professional sports. It's because this motherfucker treats the team like a business. He's made tons of money. Money's cool. Gotta love money. But he doesn't want to win, and we're never going to win with him. But whatever. You see me wearing an orange shirt. Only I can make an orange shirt look this good. You see me wearing my I am wearing a visor. If you didn't notice, this is the new coach's visor I picked up. By the way, if anybody ever does any shopping at Lids, this waterproof shit does work. I know I'm talking even more now. I picked this hat up, sprayed it. It's amazing what that shit did, because I did like a little water test on it and all that. Anyway, yeah, give me some feedback, whatever. See you guys later. Peace out. Who day? How about that? Who day? Can I get a who day? Something. Nothing. Okay. See. Bye.